I had my Hollandia yogurt. It nourishes and keeps me going all day.
No matter how your day goes, and no matter what you need to get done, grab a pack of Hollandia yogurt. Hollandia yogurt, nourishing goodness to keep you going.
Hollandia.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM. Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today 95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good morning. This is the World News on your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I am Buchi Rafua. The headlines. Principal of Federal Government College, Birnin Yauri, KB states Al-Mustafa Ayuba puts the number of abducted students at 102. Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society set to launch scientific investigation into cause of carbon emissions in Port Harcourt. The management of River State College of Health Science and Management Technology, Port Harcourt, orders students out of school premises. And on the foreign scene, hardliner Ibrahim Raisi wins Iran's presidential election. Now the detail. Members of the Southeast Governors Forum have condemned the activities of secessionist groups in the region and other parts of the country. They distanced themselves from the agitations of such groups and frowned on the violence that ensued, which led to the loss of lives and destruction of properties. Addressing journalists after its meeting in Enugu on Saturday, the chairman of the forum and Ebonyi State Governor David Umehi said the impression that Southeast leaders are silent over the agitation of the youth is not correct. The governors also called on the region security outfit Ebubeago to continue to work with security agencies to ensure peace in the region. The principal of Federal Government College, Birnin Yauri Alhaji Al-Mustafa Ayuba Sokoto, has confirmed that 102 students were abducted. Ayuba told the Emir of Yauri, who paid a sympathy visit to the school, that 102 students, mostly from SS1 and SS2, which also includes 4 academic staff and 4 non-academic staff, were abducted. He, however, added that 8 of the abducted students and a teacher have been rescued, while 3 have died. Following a protest by hundreds of locals, including half-naked women, along the Kaduna-Abuja dual carriageway, the police in Kaduna State has deployed its operatives to restore order and allow travelers to move on the Kaduna-Abuja dual carriageway. The aggrieved women today blocked the road in anger against the alleged killing of 13-year-old by bandits at Anguang Magaji in Chikun local government area, forcing travelers to cut their journey. The protesters explained that they want security beefed up in the area or be allowed to protect themselves against the bandits. President Muhammadu Buhari on Saturday called on West African leaders to mount pressure on the military leadership in Mali to ensure that the transition process in the country was not aborted. President Muhammadu Buhari made the call in a statement he delivered at the 59th ordinary session of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS on Saturday in Accra, Ghana. The president, according to the statement issued by his senior special assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, appealed to the military leadership in Mali to understand the critical state of their country, which he described as being clearly under siege. In Libya, President Buhari faulted the recent United Nations resolution to expel all foreign fighters in Libya without first ensuring that they are disarmed and non-collaboration with the regional stakeholders. President Muhammadu Buhari has felicitated with Secretary General of the United Nations UN Antonio Guterres on his reappointment for second term in office and extension of Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed's tenure for another 5 years. This was contained in a statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, in Abuja on Saturday. The President said he believes Mohammed's extension in office will further encourage more women and the girl child, particularly in Africa and Nigeria, to aspire to new heights of leadership, dream beyond the borders of their country, and learn from her dedication to seeing lives transformed for the better. The federal government has donated and handed over some relief materials to flood victims in 4 local government areas of Orashi region in River State. The federal government, through the Office of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, handed the material to communities in Auda East and West, Abo Audua, Oba Ebema and Doni local government areas of River State. The chairman of NIMASA Governing Board, Asita Honorable Asita, who handed over the material, said the items will reduce the suffering of the internally displaced persons in the areas. Asita said NIMASA, as an agency of the federal government, saw the need to assist the people who are victims of the overflow of River Niger, disclosing that some communities in neighboring Bayelsa State will also benefit from the gesture.
These materials are relief materials targeted at flood victims in the Orashi area of River State. Last year, some previous years, because of the overflow of the River Niger and its tributaries, part of River State was flooded. The 4 local government areas of Ahoda East and West, Oba Ebema and Doni, and Abua Odwal were flooded. People were homeless. They lost valuable items and livelihoods. In some cases, people even died. So as stakeholders in the maritime sector, this is a little token of show of concern. We believe that these relief materials will support those affected by the flood.
And speaking to newsman Wokocha Raymond, who represented victims from Oba Ebema Doni and Wari Mila of Outer West, expressed happiness for the gesture and promised to ensure that the materials get to the targeted audience.
We are commending the massa that mooted the idea. You see, flood savage a lot of communities in my area, submerge a lot of buildings, and this thing will go a long way to relieve their sufferance. It is going directly to the affected people. You can see that some people are living in the camp. We have a lot of various camps that these materials will go down to them. They carry the foam and all the rest.
Let me join my colleagues to thank NIMASA and indeed the federal government for providing these materials as succor for our people. We belong to the belt that is always submerged yearly. We started experiencing this thing from 2012 to date. There is no year the Orashi region is not submerged. So we want to thank them. We also call on other agencies at the federal level. We also call on the River State government to toe the line of NIMASA.
Today FM's Uchendu Ejowo reported that the items handed over include mattresses, motorcycle, tricycle, generator, grinding machines, hairdressing machines, toiletries, as well as food items. The Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society says it will launch a scientific investigation on the cause of carbon emission called soot in Port Harcourt and its environs. The society said researchers would carry out empirical studies and come out with appropriate solutions that will put an end to the lingering soot seen in the atmosphere in the oil-rich city. The body's national president, Charles, who disclosed this at a news briefing in Port Harcourt, said the society would not rely on speculations in the public domain on the cause of the suit, but would do what was expected of any professional body, especially as the problem affects the lives of people. Stakeholders in the environmental sector have called for an update and validation of the Nigerian wetlands policy through legislature. This was made known in a communique read by Labaran Ahmed of the Ramsar National Focal Point for the Federal Ministry. of Environment after a 2-day national review session on climate resilience and wetlands conservation in Port Harcourt. They also called for the establishment and designation of maritime protected areas in collaboration with the National Park Services and the host state.
A year-long awareness drive on wetland-related issues to improve sensitization and environmental sustainability. Begin advocacy towards the development of a wetland conservation bill in the state. Engage in a wetland mapping to document the state's wetland assets and their needs for build capacity on wetland conservation across all levels. River State has resolved to work towards amendment of River State existing environmental protection laws to better address wetland conservation, make representation to the federal government through the Ministry of Environment to designate prospective wetlands as Ramsar sites in accordance with the recommendation of the UNEP report, work closely with non-state actors, NGOs, CSOs, media, and other relevant stakeholders who will initiate advocacy for the implementation of wetland conservation policies, sensitize the public on wetland conservation and its values, facilitate alternative sources of livelihood.
On her part, the National Advocacy Project Coordinator at Oxfam in Nigeria, Saratu Abiola, appealed for more sensitization and the danger of artisanal refining across the mangrove in the Niger Delta region.
But you see, there's also practices that local communities do. I mentioned about bushfires, burning of tires, that also adds to the soot. Yes, you have illegal refining, for example, that affects problem of soot that we see. We mentioned Port Harcourt all the time, but even in Delta State, it's also a major problem. But in addition to that, you have the burning of tires for local abattoirs that also adds to the soot. People don't know. They know that this is a problem, but they are still burning them. They're not connecting those things. Even things like, illegal hunting, our grass cutter and everything, doing it in a way that is not sustainable. Nobody is saying doing it grass cutter, but we have to find sustainable ways to do it. Otherwise, you wake up one day and there won't be any more grass cutter in the forest.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has threatened to go on strike again over the blatant refusal of the Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, to pay the salaries and remittance of check-off dues of over 1,000 staff for 13 months. The ASU chairman, University of Jos, Dr. Lazarus Maiguru, who raised the alarm in a press statement, accused the AGF of fanning the ember of discord between the federal government and the union, which may lead to another round of strike action. Maiguru, however, called on the federal government to prevail on the AGF to prevent any rift that may lead to the immediate closure of university gates across the country. He said by the act, the AGF has completely violated the terms of the agreement signed between the union and the federal government. The management of River State College of Health Science and Management Technology, Port Harcourt, has directed all the students to leave the college and go home on or before 4 p.m. The provost of the college, Professor Franklin Room, who confirmed the developments to Today FM Uchendu Ejowo, said the directives follow the refusal of the students to vacate the school gate, preventing staff from accessing their offices. Professor Nlerum also alleged that the students were threatening to embark on another round of protests from Monday after management complied with some of their demands.
Well, the basis of that is that the students that have been on protest since the 15th of this month, have refused to listen to, any appeal by the management of the college to get back to their classroom. They made the initial request that they do not have water and they do not have light. Management has restored light to the campus, has restored water to the campus. They seized the gate and locked the bundle lock and key. Management felt that there is no need to make trouble with them, and especially since they have also threatened that from next week they will be on the road, and management does not want any student to be hurt, because we know that hoodlums hijack that, and because of the security of the student, that is why we say, well, they can go home for now.
Recall that the students had earlier this week blocked the main entrance of the college in protest against poor amenities at the school. Some of the students who spoke to Today FM on the condition of anonymity said it is not true that electricity has been restored. You are listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt, the voice of the people. Up to the break, more news, foreign and sport stories. Stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today 95.1 FM. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. You're still on to Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Commercial drivers in Rivers State have called for the implementation of traffic control policy by state government on major roads in the state to ease traffic. The state chairman of the Urban Driver Welfare Association, Lekia Isaac, who made the call in an interview with Today FM Sandra Kenneth, said the continuous traffic in major parts of the state's capital is affecting their business. He also called for the deployment of traffic warden to help ease traffic during rush hours.
To the traffic in Rivers State. It's like so much disturbing in our own side. You know that our job is actually time management. At this point, hold up is everywhere. It affects us all. We can no longer be returned again to even the owner of the vehicle. Even the drivers can no longer get anything home because where you are supposed to go like 5 trips in a day, now you are going only 2. At the end of the day, traffic warden is very, very intense. This time around in Rivers State, I see that all those initiatives no longer there, and it's a very serious problem and it's called for serious concern, especially now that this construction is all over. So if the state government should see how they can institute a traffic management through the Ministry of Transport.
He also welcomed the ongoing construction of roads in some parts of the state. Meanwhile, the River State Urban Drivers Welfare Association has taken legal steps to put a stop to double taxation and alleged fake unions in the state. The state chairman of the association, Lekia Isaac, in an interview with Today FM Sandra Kenneth, said the legal suit was filed in conjunction with the National Union of Road Transport Workers at the National Industrial Court. Isaac also revealed that the association has already written a petition to the River State House of Assembly and the Ministry of Transportation on the matter. He lamented that members of the Transport Association have suffered over the years as a result of duplications of taxes and extortion.
Group coming into the transport sector in the state, they don't have a right to interfere into a transport or commercial business in the state, and they start parading. At the end of the day, we begin to find out that if their activity is not bring into check, then there is tendency that there is going to be a very serious crisis because it's a duplication of duty, and we are not going to sit back and allow them to do so. So at this source, we have taken some major steps to see how we can check the activities and put them in stop in Rivers State. One of source is joint suit with the National Union of Road Transport Workers in National Industrial Court. We are going to ensure that there's a total sanity because this is also called a double taxation coming into the fold and begin to tax drivers from an illegal source. Drivers have been forced to pay more.
Following directives by River State Governor Nyesom Wike for immediate swearing in of councillors, some chairmen of the local government councils have sworn in their deputies and members of the elected legislative assembly from various wards in their areas. In Aouda East local government area, the chairman of council, Ben Eke, after swearing in the vice chairman and 13 elected councillors in Aouda, said he would use his second term in office to carry out physical projects that would outlive his administration. Ben Eke further said he would also focus on skill acquisition program for the youth of the local governments to be self-reliant, just as he urged the people to cooperate with him to achieve the set goals.
By His grace, we are going to build a new chairman's lodge. The stadium project that we started, we are going to continue. We are going to look into the health sector. Education as well must be taken seriously. We will do water projects. Sports will be taken seriously. We will ensure that our youth learn skills. We have been able to build from foundation a mechanical workshop, and we have also furnished it. We have furnished the tailoring workshop. Now we are also going to renovate and then equip the workshop. It's going to be for hairdressing, soap making, and the lights.
Eke, however, charged the newly sworn-in councillors to be united and ensure harmonious legislative business in the interest of the people of Aouda East.
The councillors, we had a very convivial relationship with your predecessors. Kind of camaraderie that we enjoy, I would say second to none. And so, if you cooperate with the executive, the local government will move forward. There should not be any kind of division amongst you. We'll try our best to carry everybody along. We won't divide the house to pay some. For example, example, 50,000 and pay the others 30,000. We won't do that. By His grace, next week you'll proceed on seminar so you know legislative processes so that we'll be able to churn out good bylaws that will also help us administer the local government.
And on the foreign scene, hardliner Ibrahim Raisi has won Iran's presidential election in a race that was widely seen as being designed to favor him. He thanked Iranians for their support after securing 62% of the votes. Raisi is Iran's top judge and holds ultra-conservative views. He's under U.S. sanctions and has been linked to past executions of political prisoners. And in sports, authorities have opened an investigation into the transfer that took Victor Osimhen from Lille to Napoli last summer. Osimhen joined Napoli from the League One side on a 5-year deal for a club, an African record fee of €81.3 million last August. Reports say Lille only received €10 million from the transfer fee, with reports suggesting that former Lille's owner, Gerard Lopez, might have invested some of the money into his personal business. The Luxembourgish Spanish businessman is yet to respond to the accusations, but the French justice system has begun a probe into the transfer. And to end the news, here is a summary of the major stories. The principal of Federal Government College Birnin Yauri, KB State, Al-Mustafa Ayuba, has put the number of abducted students in the school at 102. The Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society has disclosed plans to launch scientific investigation into the cause of carbon emissions in Port Harcourt. And management of Rivers State College of Health Science and Management Technology Port Harcourt has ordered students out of school premises. And on the foreign scene, hardliner Ibrahim Raisi has won Iran's presidential election. And that was the news as edited by Onyekachi Nwosu. For comments and inquiries, please call 081-8389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. Do not forget, take responsibility. Wash your hands frequently with soap under running water. Avoid touching your face and high contact surfaces to prevent coronavirus. Thanking you for listening. I am Buchi Rafua. Good morning.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9. This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today.
to say it. blessings and that's the meaning. Imela Chineke, Imela Onyewe, Imela Chineke, Imela Chineke, Imela Onyewe, Imela Chineke, Imela Pianule, Pianule, Ife Chukwumere, Gamenye ya ekele, Si ya Imela, Pianule, Pianule,
saboda haka hannu a tafa godiya gare ka Allah. Nayi har na kasa ubanmu wanda ke cikin sama ya kamata mu dogara ga Allah, amma dan Adam da Adama ya dogara ga kansa, shi yasa rayuwa ya zama zaman azaba. Mu yabi Yesu mu tsira, ku zo mu taka maganan Allah, rai da lafiya daga samaniya har cikin duniya, uba da da ruhu mai tsarki a duk sarakuna Allah shine sarki. Mu bi shi da bauta da ban gaskiya, karfinmu a cikin ikkilisiya. Sai mu tafa, sai mu taka, sai mu tafa, ku zo mu taka.
Waiting for you. I see him standing by the door with fire in his eyes and healing in his wings to heal someone who believes. So open up your heart. He's waiting.